Thank you for joining me on the TOEIC video podcast. Today, joining me from the United States is Mr. David Anderson of ATS. Welcome to the show.
Thanks.
Okay, first I want to ask you, could you tell us some of the ways to study English effectively as an expert in this field?
Sure. I think it's really important to develop your whole self. So you want to focus on all 4 language skills.
Okay.
It seems like a lot of people focus a lot already on listening and reading, the 2 receptive skills, but people also need to focus on speaking and writing so that they can express their ideas as well.
So you're saying the 4 skills are very important in terms of balancing it out?
Sure. In terms of balance, I mean, let's make a comparison.
Okay.
Imagine you're a baseball player.
Okay.
All right? And all you do is you work on fielding and catching the ball. You're not going to be an effective player if you never work on batting, right?
True.
So, it's the same way with language. If you only concentrate on listening and reading, if you only concentrate on receiving ideas, then you're not going to be very good at expressing ideas. So you need to have a balance. You need to work on both listening and reading, the receptive skills, as well as speaking and writing, the skills, the productive skills for expressing ideas.
Okay, I want to share a question from our listener, and this is from Chiru-san. She says, for the past year, my TOEIC score goes back and forth around 600. What can I do to bring it up to around 700?
Okay. Yeah, that can be frustrating, when you've reached a ceiling and, you feel like you just can't get above that, all right? So I think when you've reached a point and you keep on trying and trying, it's best to do something different.
Sure.
All right?
Right.
So it depends on what her strengths and weaknesses are. If she feels like she is stuck with reading, reading goes along well with writing.
Right.
So maybe she should try practicing some writing, maybe even take the TOEIC S&W test, take the TOEIC SW test, and see what her writing score is. And that's going to help her with her reading as well. Or if she's having trouble with TOEIC listening, and again, she keeps on hitting a ceiling, she feels like she's not getting better. Go ahead and take the speaking test. Practice speaking, take the speaking test, and it's going to, again, help her improve her listening skills. It's kind of like dieting. Imagine that you're a person who wants to lose weight.
Okay.
And all you do is you try eating less.
Right.
But you're losing energy. Maybe you're not feeling healthy because you're not eating right.
Get frustrated.
You're frustrated. Really what you need to do is eat properly in smaller amounts and do some exercise.
I see.
So it's the same way with language. If you're stuck, if you've reached a ceiling with your listening and reading and you want to improve, then add some speaking and writing. And that's going to help you go beyond the point where you're stuck.
Now, can you suggest anything that we can do in our everyday lives to improve in the 4 skills?
Sure. There's plenty of things that you can do. For example, if you want to improve your listening and your speaking, you can listen to movies, and you can listen to those movies with the Japanese subtitles on or with the subtitles off. And then it might be nice afterwards to discuss with somebody the conversations and make sure that you understand why people said what they said, and have that discussion in English if you can. If you want to improve your reading and writing skills, again, you can go to the library and pick out some books that you might enjoy. Maybe you can get a book that is about a movie that you enjoyed, okay? So you already know the story, and you're just reading it in English and picking up the English. Use the dictionary. Look up some of the words.
Of course.
Right. And then I think those are some informal things that you can do. But again, you can always practice English more formally. You can get official TOEIC guides to practice the skills, practice the 4 skills, or you can go to an experienced teacher with a score report, and they'll be able to help you see what you already know how to do well, what you need to improve at, and help you follow a study, a course of study that will help you get there.